Like I was saying, if he was there or Wu was there, this would be a whole, like, Dolph, the whole situation with Dolph getting hit up at McKitty's would have been a whole different story. Because them move way more, them been around Dolph since they was 12. Dolph's brother had just got out the joint. He had just got out. Monster had just got out the joint. You ain't acclimated to nothing being out for like a week, 2 weeks. You ain't acclimated to nothing on the streets. Them been around Dolph since they was 12, 13 years old. So they know how Dolph moved. Like, he always say, like, man, if I would have been there with Dolph, and that's like, he was at the turkey drive already. That's why that same day the turkey drive kept going, because Snoop Bands them was waiting on Dolph to come. Because if what's the nigga? I forgot the name. What's Straight Drop? If Straight Drop them would have went to where they was at, they would have got what they was looking for and some that day. They just so happened to just cross paths to see a car and see Dolph in traffic, and that sloppily made decision that ended their lives. Obviously, because both of them finna do life. So yeah, this is a whole different story though with Wu and that there. If they with Dolph, or he was riding with Dolph, because Dolph would have been in there, and he probably would have been outside and would have seen the car pull up. Because them niggas moved totally militant, but they been around him for so long. So it ain't nothing, his brother ain't do too much of nothing wrong, but it's just experience and knowledge in the street mean a lot, because Wu gonna put belt down. Wu gonna put belt. Wu would have been out there blowing all that. This would be a whole different outcome. Not saying his brother didn't get his lick off, because one of them niggas did get shot. But the point of the matter is, when is 2 weeks compared to a lifetime, a lot.
Is that a big reason why that people are saying, well, he had a 20K, Big Moochie Grape only had 5K?
Yeah,
so
Big Moochie
is that
Grape
the reason why? Because he was the shooter without, because he doesn't have a hit per se that everybody's talking about that Big Moochie Grape would have, right?
Yeah, Big Moochie. You would think the way Big Moochie talk. There's nothing bad against Big Moochie. You would think the way Big Moochie talk, he was the biggest step. Like, nah, like he was doing his thing, but he wasn't sliding like Snoop Bands and them be sliding. And see, this Dolph right when he blew up. You see how the barbershop closed, and he gotta, like, he finna go in there with an entourage. He with Key Glock right there. So it's like, bro, like, certain people move just different. That's all. Look, see? About 2, 3, it would have been like Dolph moved in some way. It was a humbug, how they called my boy. That's how that was. It was a humbug. It was senseless. Because any other way how he moving, he got 2 or 3 niggas. You see Glock got that right there. You see it right there sticking out the jacket, and you see Dolph just in there. I just want to see this scene right there would have showed you how the difference is in people. Had that would have been Glock with him, you see them, you see they outside on the whip. He in there by himself. This a whole different story if somebody else is with Dolph. I don't want to make it seem like that, but you see the militantness right there. He in there chilling. They ain't need to go in there and beat up. But this around the time the beef has just sparked with CMG. This was full beef with CMG Dolph.
So this is when it was full ignited.
Yeah, it's full ignited.
You had to pick a side, CMG or PRE.
Yeah, this was full beef. Like, this was full beef. This was before he rapped the cars, all that. This was full rap beef. So it was easy. I truly believe he went back to Memphis and he didn't think they was on nothing with him. I feel like he underestimated them. That's a part on his part. I love Dolph, but he definitely underestimated his ops. He probably thought it was over with, or he took them lightly. Something me and Papa Law talked about. Dolph took them boys lightly. Dolph took them lightly. Juke took them lightly, took niggas lightly too. But Dolph definitely took niggas lightly. He ain't think niggas was that thirsty or was gonna do all that. I truly believe in my heart to hearts, he didn't think it was gonna be all that. I don't think he thought it was gonna be that much of a coincidence. But at the end of the day, when you got a nigga dropping 100,000 on your head here, that's a lot of money. I don't care who you is. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to change a life. That's a lot of money. Then you got to think them boys hungry. One was a kid, so it's his daughter's birthday. He just trying to make anything happen. Like I always say, in the great words of Jay-Z, the streets take 2 lives, yours and mine. I'm a firm believer in that. Like, when you really in the streets and when you really into it tough, if you really gonna be about that, like, you gotta, I don't want to be the negative Nancy, but I gotta be realistic, because I like to call what I do edutainment. If you gonna be a part of this life, and this to the young, you gotta understand, man, bro, like, this come with jails, institutions, and death, bro. It's just that simple. Like, it's no way around it. Like, my OG told me, like, years ago, I always say this, I repeat this a lot. My OG told me years ago, like, man, if you're gonna be in the streets, you're gonna do what you're doing. Go and set you 10 to 20 years aside. I was like, what? He was like, man, take you 10 to 20 years and put them to the side. And when I got older, I knew what he meant. He always used to tell me, like, cause you never know. You in the game, it can happen. You need to take 10 to 20 years out your life and get ready for it, just in case. How hard you running, how hard you hitting the ground. If you hitting the pavement so hard your name could have been concrete, you gonna get concrete results. So it's like, it's a lot to do with the street. Like, them young niggas ain't know no better. I bet you straight drop feels stupid right now. He killed that. He know that probably would have put him in position to get 100 bands. Hey man, it's your boy Big Gang. You tapping into Pop Austin Media. You like that content? Man, hit that like, subscribe button and get in tune. For sure, for sure.